Hello, welcome to the Soulprint Intuitive Tarot Weekly Pick Your Crystal reading. This is for October 31st through November the 6th. For those of you who celebrate, happy Halloween. Alrighty, let's get started here. So today I am using 3 crystals, but they're crystal points. This one is malachite. It is absolutely one of my most favorite stones, malachite. This is a smoky quartz. Beautiful, beautiful point. And this is lapis. Okay, beautiful. So let's take a look at these. Which one resonates with you? Which one is speaking to your soul? Which one would you like to focus on, or are you focusing on? You may pick more than one. Let's get started, shall we, with the malachite. Here we go. We have the 3 of Pentacles. We have the 7 of Cups, the Ace of Cups, and the Knight of Swords. All right. So, I guess this is where kind of determination or focus or drive in some ways needs to be balanced with clarity and understanding and emotions of compassion and love. So, what is the story this is talking about? It is talking about being in a place where it feels as if there is confusion, or there is too many options, or you just can't quite, you're just not sure what direction to move in. It is as if you know in your heart what it is you want or what it is you're trying to achieve, but for some reason, the energy around making this decision or pursuing this dream or passion seems to have become scattered, so that it's not, I almost want to say cohesive, right? It feels like things have splintered off into pieces, and there's a problem kind of pulling them together so that they make a path forward that you can see. And all the determination and all the focus in the world, while it is incredibly, incredibly important, is not necessarily going to get you where you want to go if those energies remain scattered. And it's interesting because this is very much like a suggestion card, this 3 of Pentacles. It's talking about perhaps, reaching out a little bit and talking to your circle, your tribe. Maybe there's a few people that you really, really trust. Seeing if you can get their take on what your next move should be, or how you should create a path forward. Sometimes it could just simply be as simple as talking to somebody and sharing your emotions, getting them out on the table so that you are actually able to look at them and figure out which ones are valid and which ones, because you've now identified them and acknowledged them, you really can move forward from. This is, these cards are talking about connecting with your heart, connecting with your emotions. And instead of rushing blindly ahead, back up a little bit and really, really really, reach out, talk to friends, talk to family, talk to those you trust, and try to get some clarity, because it feels as if there's sort of like, it's kind of like, I'm not sure which way to go, or I'm even not sure what exactly it is I'm feeling about this, or I don't really know how tell this person or this situation how I feel. So it feels as if you need to reach out to those that you can trust or have confidence in, and you can sort of put your cards on the table and figure out exactly what it is that's going on. Once you've established that, you're going to very easily and with clarity be able to move forward in a way that is not rash, but that is focused and driven so that you can accomplish what it is you want to accomplish. So I don't know individually what this pertains to, but there's definitely a feeling of having too many options or a real sense of confusion, reaching out to those you trust, kind of purging, I guess, some of those emotions and feelings. And then you will discover the clarity that you need in order to move forward. All right, let's take a look at the Smoky quartz point. It's a really beautiful piece. Okay, we have the Four of Wands, the Well, the Two of Swords, and the Five of Wands. Okay, so, the Five of Wand energy is about petty annoyances. It's about frustration. It's about not being kind of settled, right? It's an agitation. The Two of Swords is talking about a decision or an option that needs to be made. So there's a feeling here that you're trying to make a decision or you're trying to see a path forward, and what you're getting is just static. And whether that's your own internal static or you may even be getting it from an outside source. But what is happening is it's making it difficult for you to make a decision moving forward because it feels like you're not in, I almost want to say like a stable enough place to actually be able to make a decision. Now, you have the Well and the Four of Wands. Now, the Well, for those of you who maybe haven't seen it before, this deck is called the Ethereal Visions Illuminated Tarot Deck by Matt Hughes. And there have been 2 high arcana cards added to this deck. The Well being one of them. And the Well talks about that center of creativity, the center of knowledge, that place almost that is the birthplace, if you will, of creativity, of ideas, of vision. And so with the Well showing up with these 2 cards, it is really talking about something that you are needing or wanting to move forward on. And whether this is a creative project or a hobby, or whether this is even something as, like correspondence, like you have to write a communication to somebody and you're not getting clarity or you're not quite sure what it is you want to say. This is asking you to go quiet, go still, and delve deep into the well that is you, the deeper inner self that knows the answers, that has the clarity. Because the Four of Wands is here, I want to say this most likely has something to do with some sort of a celebratory event. It could be something connected to family or very close friends. Now, given where we are here at the beginning of November, I mean, could this be, Valentine's Day, good gracious, Thanksgiving? Could this be, those in America will be celebrating Thanksgiving right at the end of November sometimes. I never get it right. But anyway, I digress. Okay. Maybe you're having conversations about who's doing Thanksgiving, if there should be a Thanksgiving. Is everybody vaccinated who's going to come to Thanksgiving? What kind of restrictions are in place? But it feels very much as if, in order to get the answers that you're seeking, in order to calm things down so that you can sit in stillness and actually make a decision and find the answer, you're going to need to be internal. You're going to need to go deep into that well, and you'll be able to then, in the silence and the quiet, see with clarity the solutions or the answers. And again, this could be something literally as mundane as, Thanksgiving, and who's invited and who's not, or perhaps you're looking to celebrate a birthday or an anniversary, something like that. Or it could be feeling, again, sort of stuck in not being able you need to get to this place of quiet. The well is the most important card in this spread, because it's talking about the need to go deep within and find the answers that you're looking for. Find the answers that you seek that will allow you to make the decision and calm the anxiety. And that is where you will get that sense of peace and satisfaction moving forward. And whether it is about a family get together, or whether it is about a creative project, or anything else that requires you having to make a decision where you really don't feel like you're in a clear enough place to make the decision, know that in the stillness you're going to find your answer. And when you do, you're going to be able to move away from this sense of chaos into a sense of calm and clarity. And you will have the ability to move forward in a very focused way. Okay? Now, let's move on to Lapis. Beautiful. This ring that I'm wearing, also in case you're wondering, is Lapis, and it's being supported by 2 aquamarine bands. Lapis is a lovely, lovely, very powerful stone. Here we go. The Fool, Justice, the Ace of Wands, and the 4 of Pentacles. Okay, so let's take a look at this. Okay. Very interesting. All right. So this group of cards is talking about something an idea, something that you want to do, something that is an expression of self. And right now, whatever this is something that you've actually been holding very close to the vest, okay? This is not something that you've really discussed. It's kind of almost like it falls under the category maybe of a wish or a dream, or something that you see as far off in the future. The Fool, the Justice, and the Ace of Wands are talking about being mindful that the choices you make have consequences. But this is not like a dire warning. It is more a matter of gaining clarity so that when you make the decision to go forward, you're going to go forward with a sense of clarity and focus. There is an element of sort of weighing the information, using your wisdom, your intuition, your own clarity to fine-tune or create a space where you are able to where you're able to kind of ensure ensure yourself that as you move forward, you're making the right steps. So this card is sort of almost talking about a kind of a cautionary, don't do anything in haste. Find your clarity and make your decisions and then go forward with it. Now, I imagine there's all kinds of things that this could apply to. And so I'm not going to really try to fine it down, into a specific something. But it feels, I mean, you've got the Four of Pentacles talking about kind of holding on tight to something. You have the Ace of Wands talking about that need to share, communicate, create something new. The Justice card is talking about the balance and the wisdom. So that when you take your leap of faith, you are doing it with clarity. You are not doing it as a knee-jerk reaction. You are doing it because you have thought it through and you are able to determine that the way forward is the best way forward. The Four of Pentacles is also suggesting that you can use your own inner strength and awareness and stand firmly on it as you move forward, as you step forward. You know, she is standing on the pentacles. So literally, she's standing on some of her security. She is holding some, but there is still some out here that it's working its way towards her. Okay, so what they're talking about here, really, it feels very much like the need to have clarity in your thoughts, clarity in your communication, not being afraid to move forward, but also, not kind of throwing out the baby with the bathwater, if you will. Using that sense of balance and fairness and wisdom and clarity, and then making your decision to move forward. So for some of you, this could be just about anything, right? It could be taking a new class. It could be, joining some sort of a new group. It could be pertain to legal action. It could pertain to real estate. But whatever it is, there is a sense that it's important that you gain your clarity, see your way clearly, see both sides, see all sides. And then know when you make that step forward, it's going to be a step made with a clear head, basically. All right, so there we go. Those are our readings with Malachite, Smoky quartz, and Lapis. Thank you so very much for being here for this weekly reading. I will remind you that if you would like a private reading, in the drop box below, where you will also find the timestamps, is an email address. You can just send me an email and I will give you whatever information you need or require. All right. Thank you so much for being here. Have a magical week.